So, ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here today, are you able to hear me? Yes, yeah. As we gather here today, I'm reminded of the words of Kimberly Crenshaw, who eloquently spoke about the intersections of national, cultural, and faith identities. These intersections shape our lives and our lived experiences, our norms, our beliefs, and they are particularly poignant in the context of our diverse communities here in the UK. In Guildford, where I have proudly called home for last 3 decades, our community reflects this beautiful diversity. I'll give you an example, like with over 3,000 Muslims and 2,000 Hindus. Recently, at the University of Surrey, the department where I work is called Religious Life and Belief Center. We are a team of more than 25 chaplains, associate chaplains, assistant chaplains, trainee chaplains, and 11 chaplains of faiths, major faiths. And we signed a document on reconciliation. 750 years ago, Jews of Guildford were kicked out. And that was 75th anniversary, which was signed with the reconciliation and understanding to flourish in today's time with all the difficult things happening around the world, to actually each and every person from different religion to sign that we believe in maintaining religious life and belief in Guildford and surrounding areas. So that's an example of what we are doing in Guildford. So there, we have a huge community, diaspora, and I'm going to make a special, first of its kind, diversity event in a very beautiful place, Holy Trinity Church, which is a listed building. It is 18th century, beautiful, and we are going to have a diversity event involving all different faiths, cultures possible, because the landscape of Guildford is changing, as University of Surrey itself has got lots of international students. The Royal Surrey Hospital has got international staff as well. The University of Surrey as well has international staff. So, which wasn't like that before. Guildford was mainly, had residents from people of British native origin, so it was very white. So we are changing the demographics as a result of this. So we are making this first ever program, historical program on diversity, which is being led by Mayor of Guildford as a fundraiser for her chosen charity, which is Big Leaf, which is, if you've heard about Big Leaf, it is to do with displaced youth, displaced children, youth and refugees, and also they give them the skills. So that was what we are doing over there. So it's like Guildford is like a microcosm of the broader global diaspora. Yet despite our shared presence, tensions can sometimes arise in the mind. As my previous speaker said, Buddhism also has the same dharmic principle that if you are calm inside, then the calmness will come outside. So tensions can sometimes arise born from misunderstandings rooted in differences of nationality and faith. Yeah, so we come from different origins, different countries, and we are the living bridge, human bridge between this, to wherever we are coming from. And if you are, an immigrant like me who has settled here. So, however, I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power of building bridges across these divides. As the Hindu chaplain at the University of Surrey and a passionate advocate for interfaith harmony, I have worked relentlessly to cultivate connections between our diverse faith communities. Whether through educational initiatives in local schools or collaborative projects like the Interfaith cricket match at the historic Sharjah Mosque, collaboration with that. That was the first purpose-built mosque in the whole country, and it is located in the twin town of Guildford, which is Woking. So the head imam of Shahjahan Mosque is a first-class cricket player, and himself and I, we both work together as trustees for Woking People of Faith. So we came with the idea of this interfaith cricket match, because we were doing interfaith football, but we did not get active participation from Hindus because they are not very good. They don't regularly play football. Having said that, they don't even regularly play cricket, but they are passionate about cricket because they're young families, so they might not have time to play cricket. They like to play badminton, though. So we came up with this idea in 2020. And these are our ways of forging pathways to peace at the community level. So our efforts extend beyond mere dialogue. We have embraced inclusive practices such as interfaith sports, where teams are mixed and friendships flourish regardless of background. So the first time when we held this interfaith match in Pattinam Cricket Club, the teams were made at the pitch. People did not know each other, what faith they were coming from. It wasn't like one faith playing against another faith. It was all the faiths playing as one team for one goal. Usually what happens in interfaith sports is one faith against another faith. But we changed the whole, our idea that really want to bring some sort of harmony and get people talking, then we need to make them like a team. You work towards one goal, so we did that. So, but our journey towards peace is not confined to sports fields or mosques alone, or temples. We don't have a temple in Guildford or Woking, so I didn't mention that. The nearest temple from Guildford is 20 miles away, technically, which is in Surrey. So it begins in our schools, where we educate our children about the richness of our diversity and diverse tapestry. So I'm part of 5 or 6 interfaith forums within Surrey, and also the Race Equality Forum. And also we work with the Lord Lieutenant of Surrey, who is King's representative on strategic issues. So one of the interfaith forum, where it's called Surrey Heath Interfaith Forum, we go to the schools, we do a presentation. The presentation is well rehearsed before from all people of different faiths. And we start from grassroots level. We reach the children for them to understand that we have so many similarities which are equal. And at the end of the presentation, we do a memento video, if anyone has seen that. Has anyone seen it? It's about our genetically how we are connected. So one of my colleagues, he's a Baha'i representative for that forum, he did DNA test. And he came to know that he is 65% someone else, either Irish, Welsh, Indian. He actually is coming from Iranian origin. So we all are connected. So it's a very tearful video, if I will say that. You might have, unconscious bias or some sort of prejudice towards a different, race or community, and you suddenly realize that you are coming from that. So the children at the end of the presentation say, when can I do my DNA test? They also want to do that. So that's what we do. We go into schools and we open the eyes of children from very young age, infants to, further education, college, sixth form. So it begins in our schools where we educate the children, and it continues in community gatherings where we celebrate our shared humanity through music, dance, shared meals. We have interfaith safari in which we stop at every place and everyone brings their cuisine. We have interfaith breakfast. We have interfaith pilgrimage. We have interfaith quiz. You name it, all different kind of I'm part of Woking People of Faith. We have International Day of Peace celebration. We have Faiths in Action, in which one of the person from a community is brought in, talk about their journey in this country, how their faith has influenced them. It could be youngster as well, that my associate who is probably she has also come here, Nishi Joshi, but she was also interviewed for that. How was her journey as an artist, being born in Guildford, and how her faith has influenced. So we bring in, ordinary people and also special people, and to talk about, so we work on the grassroots level to doing all different kind of interfaith related activities. So that way, from my perspective as a Hindu chaplain and interfaith leader, I draw strength from the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, which illuminate the path of righteous duty and unity. Like Sanatan Dharma is the original name for Hinduism. Sanatan means eternal. Dharma is, our righteous duty. The righteous duty of any entity. Righteous duty of fire is to burn. Righteous duty of me on this platform is to speak and you to listen. So that way, righteous duty. So I draw the strength from the Bhagavad Gita, which, I find guidance on how we as individuals can align our spiritual paths with a collective vision of peace and understanding. Looking ahead, we must remain committed to these ideals together through initiatives like what we are doing over here, like the multicultural program I'm doing with the mayor of Guildford for the first time in its history, which is planned in Guildford. So we'll showcase the vibrancy of our community and reinforce our commitment to inclusivity. We will continue to nurture future generations as we do in the schools, instilling in them the values of empathy, respect, and unity. In closing, let us remember that the seeds of peace are sown in our everyday actions. Each interaction, each gesture of kindness towards our neighbors, and each effort to breach divides contributes to a more harmonious world. And this is what I learned from various different things I do. I led a European Faith Leadership Program to Brussels. It was a residential program for university undergraduates or postgraduates, or a PhD student was a Jewish lady. So we went to different faith organizations to listen to each faith representative in Brussels and listen from their perspective what changes needs to be brought. And at the same time, we also went to the Race Equality Organization of Europe as well. In Muscat, when I was doing an interfaith retreat, which is started by American Christian organization in collaboration with the Muslim organization some 12 years ago, we went to different places of worship in Muscat. And we also went to eat at different cuisines. So we live interfaith life. And I think that's where the difference, will be made, that we live where we think and we implement that and give our time like that. We also, 250 academic chaplains from university met at Sheffield University for International Association of Academic Chaplains. We also realized that we have to charity starts from home ourselves. So thank you very much for listening and giving me the opportunity.